After looking at multiple sites, staff decided on Rainey Park as the optimal location. Rainey Park, excuse me, would allow vehicular traffic, foot traffic, bus tours, school field trips, and more. And after spending time viewing this monument, then our visitors have several blocks of restaurants, tours, museums, and stores, as opposed to not having anything else in another location. Requested by the city administrator, I communicated with Foundation Forward representatives as recently as yesterday. They were very clear. They do not believe the VFW American Legion site is suitable. The monument needs a permanent footprint on public land. As of this morning, at Mayor Giroux's request, I staked off the location in Rainey Park, as well as at her request, staked off the location on the other side of the park on the concrete walkway. If we move that to the other side of the park, the imprint on the grass is much less, and all it would take would be rerouting the walkway around it.
I appreciate staff's work on this. I think I made myself clear at the workshop that we have such small parks, and this is taking over a large portion of what little grass we have downtown. So I agree with Mr. Milton. I'd rather see it pulled up against the sidewalk. However, my preference is to include it in the new city hall.
I'm gonna say again, that spot is the best spot. Everybody can come down Front Street and see it. We don't want to get the thing and put it where people can't see and hide it. And just like you said, that's history. Everybody knows park, the history of Rainey Park. And putting that right with Rainey Park, anybody know that's the best thing, that's the best part. Why would we put this around City Hall where people just come to see it, but when come to be a light bill and whatnot? It needs to be on Front Street, it needs to be in Rainey Park. That's the best spot, and we know that. We need to play with this. One thing Jim right about, he keep putting right about a little bit of grass, I'll buy some grass for you, Jim, but we need to put the thing on Rainey Park on Front Street. Don't rub with the grass. Come on, man. Just look at the history behind this.
You know, it's funny that the West Side has been begging for parks for 20 years. The West End Development Plan has been begging for parks for 20 years. We finally created that opportunity. What little bit of parkland we have left in the historic district, somebody's willing to just dismiss it. I disagree with that. This is a too easy a decision to drop it in Rainey Park. One needs to think about this thoroughly and provide a long-term solution for decades to come.
I agree. This is
now you see where he's going at. He's talking about the West End. How do you bring the West End in what we talking about now? The West End ain't got nothing to do with this what we talking about now. We talking about the history on Front Street.
it's probably where City Hall's going to be.
We talking about the West End. We not talking about the West End. What we're in front of us right now is Rainey Park, and that's what we should be discussing. So in other words, he figured the West End asked for something for 20 years. They've been asking for something more than 20 years. I was born and raised in the West End of town. Now all of a sudden these things they're doing something great about the West End. Come on, man. Put up where you belong there.
One of the other reasons we like Rainey Park is it will bring visitors to that end of the historic business district, which is the end, honestly, that is typically neglected when we have our music in the parks, when we have our festivals. They're always more toward the center at Broad Street. This is something that will bring tourists and visitors, locals alike, to the far end of the historic business district, and those merchants would be very appreciative of that traffic.
I think Mr. Hobson's arguments are worthy of consideration, and rightfully so. I think Mr. Councilman Clement's points are worthy of consideration. It's sad that sometimes things devolve down to what happened just a little while ago.
The staff recommend it's a good spot. People on Front Street recommend it's a good spot, but because you got a man saying he think gonna mess up the grass. Now the mayor, she's going with this story, but well, we can find out a spot for it.
I'm sorry, but I make my own opinions.
She's going with this story, but we can find out a spot for it, and we got a spot. But if Jim says he ain't going there, I promise y'all, you better find out a spot, because he ain't going there. Because whatever he said, she gonna do.
The problem is Rainey Park. They just don't want to put it in Rainey Park because it's Rainey Park.
No, sir, that's not true.
I don't know about all that. The way I feel about it.
Well, if that's your opinion.
I've never known all the years that we did things like this when we go into this procedure. Never did.
Madam Mayor.
Yes, sir.
This is directed at Clarence. Jimmy and I want it in Rainier Park.
See that
So
again?
so that's my rebuttal
See
to
what
that
now?
ignorant comment you just made.
Hey, you better watch what you say to me now, don't come in with that. Don't start that. Because I'm using common sense, and I've been here long enough to know what I'm talking about. Call for the vote to be ready, Mr. Mayor.
I want to make a formal motion to postpone the first reading of granting rights on public property.
Yes.
Do I have a motion?
So moved. Second.
Second. All in favor of the motion, raise your right hand.
What are you voting on?
To postpone, so staff can get further information.
Does he not pay attention?
Postpone. All in favor of the motion, raise your right hand. Postpone.
I would appreciate it if you talk to this gentleman right here now.
I'm gonna have to talk to you.
Talk to him.
All right, let's calm down. All in favor of the motion, raise your right hand.